Come on down. We've got Kamomi and we've got the Andaz. There we go. Yes, still live. We are still going. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about Inc. and Napa Valley Life. Napa Valley Life is a magazine that has been here for 14 years. Thank you, Carrie Rule, a wonderful publisher. This is the latest issue, and within it, there's a section called Mischievous Inc. that I have the pleasure to be editor and creative director for. Lots of wonderful writers who are a part of that, including Nicole here. And one of the biggest things we do is we throw parties. And we throw parties that are a little different in Napa because we're not going to sit you down at a winemaker dinner. We are not going to expect you to talk or know about wine. We are going to expose you to fantastic wines, fantastic foods. We're going to be a little mischievous. DJs, live bands, this time dancers, hula hoops. This one's the Black Valentine Ball. There will be masks. There will be all kinds of cool things. And that is going to be taking place at the Andaz, featuring Kamomi wines, and they're going to talk a little bit about that. Again, it's February 10th from 6 to 9 p.m. You want to get there by 6:30 because the dancers are going to be backflipping and doing cool stuff starting right around then. First thing I want to do is go around, introduce ourselves a little bit, and you know who I am, you know who she is, but these three will be, they're a mystery so far.
I wore my name on my shirt, so
I forgot mine.
Jimmy Smith from Kamomi Wines.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Kelly McFarland from Kamomi Wines.
And I'm Aaron Feeney with the Andaz in Napa.
Fantastic. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Kamomi?
Well, Kamomi, we're a relatively new winery here in Napa Valley. We released our first wines 2008. We're actually right downtown, so it's a great spot for us to be involved in the things that you guys are doing down here, and like the film festival and those sort of things. But we're really making some interesting wine with some great folks. We're owned by three friends from Italy who came over together and fell in love with the Napa Valley and decided this is where they wanted to stay and raise a family and produce wines. So the wine that we brought here, this is our Rosso di Napa. We've gotten several awards for that. We just won a double gold at the San Francisco Chronicle Wine Competition.
Sweet, cheers.
This is, thank you. This is, I like to refer to this as a porch pounder. This is
porch pounder.
Porch pounder.
That's a technical term.
You sit on a porch and you just drink the hell out of it.
Nice.
But if you don't have a porch, you can do that anywhere. But this is all Napa Valley fruit. It's a blend of Cab, Zen, Merlot, and a little bit of Petit Syrah. I'm looking for those nice juicy flavors. It's just a beautiful drink with that nice sort of red fruit. And real inexpensive. Part of what we wanted to do was make sure that you could afford to drink Napa every night if you wanted to.
Nice.
So suggested retail on this wine's around $12.
Oop. Wish you guys didn't know that because I gave these out as Christmas presents to all of my clients, and I put $75 price tags on them. So that was the reserve. Awkward. This is awkward. Moving on.
Yeah. Well, you know, we want your money. We just don't want it all at once.
Right.
All right. Fabulous. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My name is Kay, but you guys have really fabulous pizza and pastries and other great things there at the Oxford.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people, particularly in the town of Napa, are surprised that we produce wine because we have the Kamomi Enoteca at the Oxbow Marketplace. And if you haven't been to Napa, it's one of those places that has tons of different kinds of food, little shops and different kinds of purveyors. It's based on the model, if you've been to San Francisco, of the San Francisco Ferry Plaza building. Mm-hmm. So think of that as a little smaller, no bay, no bridge. But the same kind of idea where you have a lot of different tastes and purveyors under one roof. And we've really been embraced in town here. In fact, we did the festival in San Francisco last year, the Slow Foods, which we're also involved in. Mm-hmm. And it was so funny how working at the winery to have people come up and go, I didn't know you made wine. Oh, we love your pizza. So, you know, in this area, it's good for us to let people know that, yeah, we were a winery actually before we started doing pizza. We were looking for a tasting room and a place to really use as a vehicle, and the Oxbow situation came up. So it's been perfect for us. Dario DiCanti, one of the owners, And I used to argue about pizza all the time because I didn't get this way by accident. And I would go to Dario and I go, Dario, I found this really great artisanal pizza. You know, thin crust, real interesting ingredients. He goes, no, Jimmy, no. There's no pizza. And this went on and on and on. And finally, after about 4 months of this, I got tired of him telling me this. I finally said, you know, if you know so much about pizza, this is the brain here. Just tell this Italian guy, if you know so much about pizza, why don't you make some pizza? Dario forgot to tell me that he spent a couple of years working in his sister's pizzeria in Italy, putting himself through wine school. We went out to the house here in Napa, and just coming out of that little oven that he had there, he brought out this flavor after flavor of these great pizzas. So with the oven that we have there, it's just amazing what he's doing. We're certified Napolitano, which is, I think we're one of about 65 restaurants in the United States that are certified by to make the traditional Neapolitan style pizza. So everything's very authentic. You know, you're getting the best ingredients. It's all very Italian. Don't come by for the meat lovers combo. That's not going to happen. You know, it's pizza our way, but you really get a real sense of that true Italian flavor. And for us, it's integral with what we're doing with the wine. Because the Italians come at wine like most Americans come at Coca-Cola. It's not something that you think about a lot. It's just there. When you want one, you have one. And wine is the same way. In Italy, it's very integrated into all of the things that they're doing because it's meant to be shared with family, friends, and it's really what we're trying to bring to Napa. Because sometimes in Napa we forget that what we really have here is fermented grape juice. It's supposed to be fun. We're not driving around with donated hearts in the trunk of the car.
Right.
You know, so you don't have to carry this thing around on a pillow and it's stuff $400, and you don't have to mortgage the house to enjoy it. We want these wines to be accessible. We want the wines to be ready to be enjoyed, and we also want them to be affordable. So it's really part of marrying those two. And, of course, instead of having a tasting room, what's better than a tasting room? Tasting room with food.
With pizzeria and food. Fantastic.
We're really fortunate with that.
Well, they will be featured at the party again. That's February 10th at the Andaz from 6 to 10 p.m. We're going to have a chocolatier. We've got an aphrodisiac doctor who's going to be there. She wrote Fork Me, Spoon Me.
What time is that?
Yeah, she'll be there. She will be there all night signing her book and with recipes of all kinds of different aphrodisia foods, and she'll be there as well. Kamomi's going to have their wines there. We're looking at doing some cool mixology stuff using their sparkling wine, so we're going to have a mixologist developing those. We've got dancers led by Paul Benchoof, who dances with Gloria Estefan and a number of other people, choreographs for every kind of commercial you can imagine that you see dancing in. We've got a hula hoop dancer. We've got all kinds of crazy lighting. We've got live painters who are actually here, and they're going to be introducing themselves shortly as we go around. I'm sure there's a million things I'm missing, but it's going to be dark, wear black. It's going to be fun. It's going to be sassy. It's going to be sexy. It's going to be the mischievous side of Napa Valley. Woo! Now I'm going to go around the room a little bit and talk to some of the other people who are going to be here. But first, I'd like to hear a little bit from the Andaz, which is the hottest new hotel, my favorite hotel in downtown Napa. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Perfect. Thanks, Ian. We're happy to have you over as much as possible. So, we are, for those that don't know and haven't been to downtown Napa in quite some time, we are actually the old Avia Hotel that used to be downtown. It was built in 2009. We actually rebranded to Andaz back in September. So it's been about an Andaz for going on 4 or 5 months now. So very, very exciting. And in that short period of time, we've actually been already named one of the top 10 new hotels in the U.S. So
all right.
Lots of good stuff going on. If you've been over to the hotel, you can see that the entire arrival concept has completely been restructured. The restaurant's brand new. The bar, we have a full liquor license now. So for all those people looking for a late night cocktail, stop by our Bar Mercantile Social. We obviously still have the craft beer and the great wines of the Napa Valley as well. And soon to be updated is we have a second floor bar being installed on our terrace. So we'll soon be able to sit outside by fire pits and get your craft cocktails as well. So very, very exciting.
The fire pits, the upstairs area, there are all these little, special little seating areas where you can get back. I don't want to call it a pagoda. It's more, it's what you expect from a Vegas pool area. It really is, but a little classier, I would say. Yeah. But it's each one has its own fire pit. It's a really sexy, cool area. It's definitely one of my favorite bars to stop by. I've stayed there a number of times. It's where everyone from 7x7 stays when they come to town. It's really become a favorite.
I call that camping.
Yeah, they do. That's right. Out by the fire.
Yeah.
It's really not even a hotel.
It is.
It's a pit. I'd like to break for 1 second to talk about the Facebook contest that we've got going on to win some tickets to this party. Kevin, you want to speak to that for a moment?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. This is so fun. I'm a Napa native, and this is just a great thing for the Valley, and I'm glad to be reaching out to all of you. So Facebook, we're going to have a contest, basically not a contest, but if you want to win a half-price ticket to the Black Ball, the Valentine's Black
It's something dancing in black.
Dark.
The Black Valentine Ball, February 10th, 6 to 9 p.m., the Andaz Hotel.
Whatever it's called. All you have to do is like the Facebook page of Mischievous Inc., like the Facebook page of Napa Valley Life magazine, share the invite, the Evite, share that 5 times on your own page, and send an email to me. The address, my email address.
Yeah.
You also have to name 5 dancing bears and a baby panda.
Yeah. 2 likes and a share.
2 likes
and 5 shares.
And if you do 2 likes and 1 share, we'll still consider you to win. But you got to, at the very least, like both of them, and then you can win. Yeah, share and show up. So at the very least, like both of the pages. That's what it's all about.
Sharing is caring.
It is all of that.
Absolutely.
And liking.
So anyway, it's going to be a great party. We're super excited about it. And also, Mischievous Inc. has a new Twitter account, so be sure to follow them at Mischievous Inc. And we'll be, putting out promos and that kind of thing there too. So pay attention. Come to the party. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be a blast. So thanks for having me. Absolutely.
Awesome. One other thing we're going to have is Nova Rod is going to be there, and they're going to be doing incredible projection art. These guys, it's like Tron on the ceiling. It really is fantastic. It's so cool. So we got live bands, DJs, dancers, hula hoop artists. We're also going to have projection artists, and the flowers are going to be gorgeous. We have the Melody Mahoney, the fabulous Melody Mahoney, who's showing off one of her creations right there. I don't know if you want to come forward and speak about it or potentially do some kind of a dance, but come on up.
Melody from Melody Ray Flowers. I just moved here a couple years ago from San Francisco, and I'm starting my business here in Napa. And my biggest event that I've done this year is the Napa Valley Film Festival. Pretty much the official provider for the whole festival. Anything that you've seen, the gala, the special events, this is just one of my designs here. My ultimate design that I've created is my lovely daughter that I have. We're our new employee.
This is like advertising.
And what a flower.
The cutest poster ever. Yeah.
Who I had on the opening day of the film festival. So that one's pretty exciting. But yeah, come check out my website, melodyray.com.
And I must say, these smell amazing. I know we don't have smell-o-vision, but wow. They're little orchids or something? Or what are they?
Narcissus.
Narcissus. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Wonderful. Beautiful.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
Yeah, and I think you just did.
Yeah.
So great.
Well, thank you. What she did last time for the party at ICOS. Thank you, ICOS, for hosting us last time. Thank you, Peju. Thank you, all of our sponsors, Via Dare, Silverado Vineyards, Russ Weiss. You guys killed it last time. She was there, and the flowers, everybody was commenting, trying to steal them. By the way, that was not cool. All of you they weren't free. They weren't party favorites. I don't see. How could you possibly think that was the case? Anyway, another thing we have is live painting, which I believe Nicole pointed out, and that is killer. And I'm sure Penelope would like to share with us, because she's camera shy. She admitted that. She and Aaron would like to share with you what they'll be doing during the party as well. So we've got dancers, all that cool stuff, February 10th, 6 to 9 p.m., Kamomi, at the Andaz. And
I'm Penelope, a.k.a. Winer at Life, on Twitter. This is Aaron. We're going to be painting live at Mischievous Inc. Party number 3.
That's right.
And
they've been there for all of them from the very beginning. They've been there, and they sell a lot of paintings. I know because I buy them. But so does everybody else. In my office wall, the one thing that you see is actually one of your pieces, and they're beautiful and they're fun and they're funky. But they are really they're gonna last time too, and that's what I loved about it. It's not just super modern, but it's hip and it's gonna stay. And so I dig what you do.
We're super excited about being part of the event again for the 3rd time, and hanging out with all these great people tonight. It's been awesome. So come by and check it out, and I'll be doing something dark and romantic.
All
Do you have a
right.
website where we can see some of your work?
Sure. Mine's just my name, AaronMemeth.com, and
PenelopePaintings.com.
I've got a couple ways of reaching her, but
I love your work. Beautiful. And colorful, too.
So you've been at all the parties in the past. Is there anything that really stood out to you about them, or why don't you make us all feel good about what we're doing?
Yeah, well, there's just an energy about these parties. That's what I'm looking forward to. Everyone's really well dressed. Such a great energy.
We're all black or all red.
Yeah.
All black better.
I'll be wearing red. I usually wear my big shot colors, so I'll be wearing red. Just clear everyone in. But it's a fun event, and there's great socializing. I feel proud to be a part of such great a community, and also great people who are involved in it. It is something that I look forward to, and if I can capture, any of the moments and write a story about it later, even from the party itself, it's always inspiring. We've got a lot of people that really step up to the plate. Great food, great vendors, great wines, great location. So that in itself is just exciting, and I'm looking forward to the dancing because I think the music's going to be great.
There is.
The activity.
Jeff Jernigan is going to be out there. It's kind of like a reggae funk thing, and it's just easy to move and groove to. We've got DJ Dave Gillis, who usually does the Starlight Room up in San Francisco, up at the top of, is it the Sir Francis Drake Hotel? It is, and people just get down up there. So he's going to be there rocking and rolling. We're pulling out all the stops. We'll have the step and repeat, the red carpets, all that fun stuff for you guys to take photos. Photos will end up in the magazine too, so if that's the kind of thing you're into. And then most of all, though, the space is just going to be decked out. The Andaz has it all as it is, but we're going to be bringing in Wine Country Party and Events is going to be bringing in all kinds of swanky, funky furniture and red carpets and stanchions with velvet ropes, just the whole funky, sexy thing. It is going to be
a big shot, right?
Yeah, that is, yes. At www. Order now and get a ShamWow.
I ordered mine already.
All right. I know, right? Oh, yeah, no ShamWows. I was just kidding. All right, before we go, let's try a little bit of this wine. Again, thank you, Kamomi, for bringing in the wine for this. We're going to have some creative cocktails that they're going to be doing, as well as all kinds of good foods. February 10th, 6 to 9 p.m. at
the Andaz.
All right. All right. Well, thank you all for coming.
That's good.
Cheers. Pleasure. And we'll see all of you February 10th.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.